Hey guys, welcome back to quarantine. Thought today we'd have a cup of tea and talk about how things have been for me. So I've got my tea. My mug is disgust from the Pixar film Inside Out. And the back says, whatever, disgust, which I'm sure is how some of you feel about this pandemic. You know, during this time, many people are thinking things like, what should I do? And what the fuck? And why? And while I can't answer all of those questions, I can definitely ask some of them with you. Oh, something I wanted to show you guys. I did winged eyeliner and I feel like it came out pretty good. So, you know, now that I don't have a job, I have time to do winged eyeliner and make it look even on both sides. And I did take like some makeup remover to clean them up, but I feel like they came out pretty good. So winged eyeliner, looking good. So something I'd recommend you do, maybe right now, maybe pause the video, do this and come back, is to shower. Yes, you should take a shower. I can smell you. Your boyfriend can smell you, your roommate can smell you. Please don't forget to shower during this time. And you know, take a long shower. You deserve a long shower, you know, if you have the time. I'm sure you do, but if you have the time, take a long shower, like the kind of shower that includes a body scrub. You know that like weird, salty body scrub your one aunt gave you for Christmas? You know that? And you got it for Christmas and you were like, wow, I wish I was the kind of bitch that used a body scrub during every shower. Now we have all the time in the world. You can be that kind of bitch that uses a body scrub in the shower. Do it. Be hygienic. Take a shower. I promise it will make you feel better. All of the planes are landing at Burbank Airport right now. Another thing I would recommend doing during this pandemic is to take a walk. And I know I live in Los Angeles and nobody walks in Los Angeles. But then a pandemic happened and now people are walking in Los Angeles. It only took a pandemic. No, but I would really suggest taking a walk, and I'll tell you why. I used to be very against leaving the house. I was like, what? I don't have a job? I don't have to leave the house. In fact, I shouldn't leave the house. This is the best case scenario. You know what I need? I need Netflix, Hulu, some snacks, maybe the occasional pizza delivery, and I am set. Like, I will not leave this house. That sounds amazing. And my boyfriend was like, you know, I'm finding taking walks really good. I'm finding being in the sunlight very beneficial. And I was like, why would I ever leave? All of my snacks are in this house. All of my Netflix is in this house. And all of my Hulu is in this house. Why would I ever leave? And then I had to go run an errand for work. And when I left the house and I was driving around Los Angeles, it was a little too much world for me. Like, I legit got anxiety. Like, there was too much sky for me, too many trees, too much stimulus, and I legit experienced what I believe would be like the mild beginnings of agoraphobia, where you don't leave the house for a long time, and when you do, it's wild. So, for the sake of you guys not getting agoraphobia when all of this is happening, you should leave the house. You should take a walk. Even if it's just a walk around the block, it's gonna do so many good things for your mental health. Even if you're like me and you're like, why would I ever leave this house? Everything is here, Netflix is here. You should leave the house. In fact, in Wuhan, in China, where it kind of started, the pandemic started, there are people with legit diagnosed cases of agoraphobia. Now, I know it's different because they've been on lockdown longer, but still, we need to learn from that experience. Listen, guys, I already have so many mental health issues. I cannot add another one. That would just break my brain. So We're gonna stick with the ones we already have. Agoraphobia can just don't need that. Don't want to add that to what's already in here, okay? Another thing that I've been doing is taking an online class, and this has been really fun, but like also it feels like work, adds a little sense of normalcy, gives me some deadlines, pushes me creatively. I'm taking a voiceover class at Second City, which is an improv comedy school in Los Angeles. If you know it, you're cool. Just kidding. It's fine. It's an improv school. I had taken online classes before, but that was during college, and the subjects I did were more like history and like science and stuff like that. So it wasn't really the arts, but it worked surprisingly well online. Now, I did spend money on this class, and if you cannot afford a class, you should not take one. But when I did purchase it, I was in this kind of headspace of like, you know, nobody has a job and money doesn't matter and money is a construct, so why not spend money on something that will give you joy? Is that the proper way to view money during a crisis? I'm not sure, but that was my logic when I panic bought this class one day. I think it turned out for the best. I think it gives me something to look forward to. I think it makes me be creative, so I don't regret it. But if you are in a very dire financial situation where you're like, you know, silly comedy class or putting food on the family's table, you should take the comedy class. I'm just kidding. Please put food on your family's table. If you can swing the money to take an online class, I feel like I do not regret my investment. I feel like I'm learning a lot. I feel like I feel inspired. And if you are interested in online learning, I know that some acting coaches and some like CDs are offering free online Zoom sessions. Like occasionally you kind of have to like research and go on their page, but if you're an actor, that can be a good way to get a class for free. If you're not an actor, I'm sure there are other places to get like free education for like a subject that you want. I mean, we're on YouTube. You can learn pretty much anything on YouTube, except acting. There's really a dearth of acting videos on YouTube, but that's another story for another video. But yeah, if you want to learn something, you should learn it, and it will give you a reason to wake up in the morning, which we need because of the world. Something that I've been into during this time, and I was into this before we were locked down, but something I've been really into is home workout videos. And I know they're not for everyone, but too bad we're all locked down. If you want to work out, it's gonna be a home workout video. I am the home workout queen. You know, I don't have much in this life, guys. Not by a long shot. But being that bitch that gets her 30 minutes of cardio in, that's all I have. I have so little. All of the home workouts I do are free and they're available on YouTube. The channels I really like are Pop Sugar Fitness, I really like Blogilates, and I really like Rebecca Louise Fitness. Sometimes I'll throw in a different video from a different channel, but that's maybe because I'm looking for a very specific muscle group to tone. But those are the three that I really, really jam with, and I probably have like an unhealthy fixation on the trainers in them, and I feel like they're my friends, but anything to get me to work out, right guys? God, I'm so alone. Extroverts in quarantine, am I right, guys? If you have never tried a home workout, I really recommend starting small. Start with a 10-minute video, start with a 15-minute video, and then that way you can ramp up to the higher increments. But yeah, there are free workouts on YouTube, guys. Now is the time. Be that bitch that gets her home workout in. It'll make you feel good. So something that we did recently that I 1000% would recommend is to watch the film Parasite. I had already seen Parasite in the movie theaters back when those were still a thing. Remember that? We'd all go to the movie theaters. There'd be crowds of people all reacting to the same movie, gasping, crying, laughing. Ugh, those were the days. My extroverts watching, like, I don't necessarily miss parties. Like I do miss parties. I miss parties a lot. I miss parties. I miss having coffee with friends, wine, restaurants. But I also miss like just being in a cafe with my laptop and there's other people around me with their laptops too. And you know, we're not even saying anything. I'm just around other people. You know what I mean? Or like in a movie theater. I'm not gonna talk to the strangers in the movie theater, but it would be nice to have strangers around me in a movie theater. Maybe I'll occasionally hear them laugh at the same line as me, or maybe I'll occasionally hear them sniffle at the same sad part. It was nice being around other people. That's okay. I don't need people. I have YouTube. Almost kind of the same. It's like I traded in my boyfriend for like a sex robot. It's like, it's in that uncanny valley, but there's something in the back of my head that says that's not a boyfriend, that's a robot. That's not a person you're talking to, that's just a camera. Kill me. What was I talking about? Okay, I was talking about Parasite. And I 100,000% recommend renting Parasite on your Amazon Fire Stick. We rented it, it was maybe $6, and it was the best $6 we've ever spent. I kid you not, guys, when I first saw Parasite, I could not stop thinking about it for like a month. The story is so original, the shots are so beautiful and well done, and when I was in the cinema, I literally could not have told you what was going to happen next. Like, this story, you have not seen this story before, guys. You know when you see like a rom-com and you kind of know what's about to happen? Like, this is the part where they get in a fight and it looks like they'll break up. Like, there is no formula to this story, guys. It's original. And it's so goddamn well done. So if you're looking for something to watch, and you don't want to just watch, you know, anything. You want to watch the top shelf, delicious, fine, well-crafted, like aged like wine cinema. You need to go on your Fire Stick. You need to spend that $6 and rent Parasite because that movie is so good. After Hayden watched it for the first time, he was just talking about it to me. He's still talking about it to me. He's still like, he goes on like the Reddit posts for it, or he'll watch the film review channels for it. And I've heard him, you know, like when your significant other is like watching something, I've heard him listen to the film review channels, if that makes sense. And they all have like absolute glowing reviews of it. They like break down the shots, they break down the script and like why it's so genius. And like, guys, it's genius. It's Parasite, what can I say? It's good. It deserved every goddamn Oscar it got. In fact, it probably should have had more Oscars. Why was none of the cast nominated for Best Actor? I don't know. So yeah, Parasite. This one's for you. Pretend this is wine or something. Isn't that what the director said? Like, he was basically like, I can't wait to have a beer after this when he got his first Oscar. Pretend this is beer. Something I've really enjoyed has been Zoom. Well, I say enjoy with a caveat. I don't have premium Zoom, which is a thing. You're supposed to subscribe to it. So on top of Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Spotify, I gotta add fucking Zoom in there. Great. Not bitter about that at all. And the reason they want you to do this is because you'll be having a nice little call with your friends, you know, finally seeing faces, people, hearing voices you hadn't heard in a long time, and then 40 minutes go by and then your call just ends. What the fuck is that? So I don't have premium Zoom, but I've been leeching off people that do have it, and it's quite nice. I think the benefit with Zoom versus Google Hangouts is that Zoom lets more people into the meeting versus Google Hangouts, I think, caps out at maybe 10, 15? I don't know. Tell me in the comments which one is correct. But honestly, just seeing friends, humans, friendly faces is so nourishing for me at this point. I am an extrovert. I miss parties, interaction, just being around people. All an extrovert has during this crisis is Zoom, Google Hangouts, and whatever the fuck that Facebook one is called. Oh God, I have had some really good Zoom nights. We had a Zoom film festival where we screened some shorts. All my friends are actors, so I asked them to send in some shorts. I made a schedule. We watched them on Zoom. It was real fun. If you're an actor or you have actor or filmy friends in your circle, definitely try that. Another thing that we've been liking is jackbox.tv. Now, I don't own this, but I think if one person in your friend group has this, then you can log on and play together through your phone, because that's what I've been doing. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, like fun little games to play together online, you know, because eventually you'll start a Zoom with your friends and you'll just be like hanging out and catching up, and then you inevitably all talk about the pandemic and it gets real low real fast. So playing games makes it go back up again. We don't want to go down here. We want to go up here. So that's what we do. Anyways, guys, that's what I've been up to during quarantine. I hope these gave you some ideas on how to pass the time, maybe how to have a little bit more inspiration, a little bit more motivation. I think it's sometimes really easy to feel aimless, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to fall into the cycle of checking Reddit, then checking Facebook, then checking Instagram, then going back and checking Reddit. Like, I try not to do that. I have good days and bad days, but I don't want to do that anymore. I'm that bitch that gets her workout in. We don't do that anymore. If I had to rank how well I'm handling this quarantine, like on a scale of 10, I honestly think I'm like a 7 or an 8. I know that sounds really bad. But it's kind of where we're at. This quarantine is answering the question of what would I be like without a day job? And honestly, I am that bitch that gets her workout in, that bitch that takes an online voiceover class, and that bitch that cooks way a lot more, maybe does chores. I feel like this quarantine is teaching me that I would be a really good housewife. And I don't want to admit that because I'm feminist and I take pride in the fact that I work too and I bring income in too. But during quarantine, I don't have a job. All I do is cook, clean, maybe watch some TV, take an online voiceover class, go for walks. It's been nice. It's nice to not have a job. It's nice to not commute. I honestly think some of the reason I'm a 7 or an 8 out of 10 right now is that I don't commute. Like, I hate commuting in Los Angeles. And it's to the point where I think I do have a little bit of a phobia of driving. So I've not driven for like 14 days. It's been pretty fucking nice, guys. A++ would recommend. Yeah, the not driving thing is really good for my mental health. Yeah, I've not been driving in stop and go traffic, and I've been working out more. My brain's been great lately. I do miss people, so that's a con. And then I also occasionally Google how many coronavirus deaths are in my area, and then I convince myself that I too will die and I have to deal with my own mortality, but that's... So maybe it's more like a 7 than an 8. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, click subscribe, leave a comment. Please tell me what you are doing in isolation so maybe I can get some inspiration. I, honest to God, would love a comment. I don't have any interaction. I know probably you don't too, which is why you've clicked on a video to pretend like you're having tea with an old friend. If we close our eyes and try hard enough, it's almost like we're in the same room together. Did it work? Nope, it did not work. You are definitely still a camera, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed having tea with me, Sony A7R. I mean, you, subscriber, you. I hope you enjoyed having tea with me, and if you'd like to see this again, please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys are staying safe, washing your hands, and remember that we're doing this so that the most vulnerable people in our society are protected, and that's important, y'all. Love you so much. See you next time. This one's for you, Bong Joon-ho.